I remember when I had my first webcam. I was like, whoa, we can look at each other when we talk.
On AIM?
Yeah.
AOL Instant Messenger?
Yeah. And it was grainy and slow. And like the frames per second were like 2. I remember my friend got his first phone with a camera in it. It was a flip phone. It had a camera in it. It was like grainy and dark. You could barely make out the picture. And we were like all floored.
Whoa, you can take a picture.
This is a balanced market, guys. If you're looking to get directional, you're being displeased because you're trying to trade continuation in a balanced market, right? What is the first principle we need to keep in mind here when the market is clearly in balance? Right? Don't forget the basics of the system. This is easy. This is a cakewalk. Every time you... No reason you should be making bad trades in this environment.
Another fade off the value rate.
Another fade off the value. There you go. Weird. I would say ES is the cleaner market today. So far.
Got good movement too.
Yeah. Nice range.
My momentum is just flat. Makes sense.
Whoa.
Oof. The trickery.
Yeah, that was 3, 5, 7. It's like 1,000 contracts somebody just dropped on ES. $1,000. Imagine. Hey, just hit the bid with 1,000 contracts. What the hell? Can you imagine somebody who has like, you know, $100 million and they're trading and they're just like super frustrated that it's not going down, that they just hit the market bid with 1,000 contracts?
I said go down.
Yeah, I'll show you guys.
Oh my.
I totally
can't do that in a prop firm.
I 100% believe that happens. No doubt about it. Yeah, with that kind of money, chart runner, no doubt.
White House President Green Levitt. Trump is host Farmer's White House dinner on Thursday.
And then the guy with $300 million goes, ha, I'll show you. We're gonna squeeze you out of that 1,000 contract short.
It's hanging out at RTHB. Well, in balance.
Yeah. Pretty tight. We tested the lower band twice. We're going to go back up to that upper band, 62. Very choppy. I love the Muppet versions of us.
Right? With the bull and the bear. Got them on the right side, too.
What would we do without you, David?
Do the diddle. Do the diddle. All right. Looks like this is the retest, the 3 test, and now the 4 test.
Whoop. Zoop.
Back up.
Back up we go. Zoop. Remember, guys, the biggest moves start with a sell-off until it doesn't. It just keeps going down. But more often than not, the dips are bought.
I mean, an indecision doji right on point of control and VWAP right together.
If I couldn't even imagine a less probability 50-50 directional setup than right here. Well, generally being scared to trade is not a good place to trade from, chart runner. Scared money don't make money.
Yep.
Why not trade ES? ES is a lot more manageable. A lot less whippy than NQ. A lot easier to manage. See what the volatility is doing. VIX is at 19. It's certainly elevated. Zoop.
Pop. The RTH lower band holds once again.
Can we get above this RTH VWAP?
That's the key. Then go to 63. So I guess it's 61 now.
Yeah, it's constricting. The range is tightening.
You're getting ready to get ready.
Back down it goes. This has been the area to buy. Does it actually break now? Or does it just mess with everybody?
There's value area low. There's IB low on NQ from yesterday.
I trust nothing. Literally nothing. I got to see some real acceptance outside of value. We've been here since frickin' since 2 o'clock yesterday. I don't see that a large number of buyers have been absorbed. I see mostly selling on the Delta, Wolf. Far more selling than buying.
All right, here's weekly lower band, session lower band, value area low from overnight. NQ would have to reclaim IB low, and it's below that composite low volume node there now. Eating up all the buyers that are trying. Pop.
I still see more sellers on the Delta. Far more sellers.
Yeah.
This buying is very low volume comparatively to the selling.
So just heads up, Netanyahu has started speaking, but there isn't an English translation version of him speaking. Obviously, if there is, we'll put it on the feed for you.
Well, this would be another buy spot.
At 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we get the EIA crude oil inventories Forecast is for a draw of 3.6 million. Final draw of 8.263 million.
Coming into the lows.
A draw of 1.5 million to a draw of 7.037 million. Gas and inventory.
So far, nothing has happened. We've gone up, we've gone down, we've gone up, we've gone down. We're still in the same range we've been in for the last 50 minutes. Will that change here? We do have the monthly and a composite down here at 27.
So reminder, last night with API data, crude oil stock change came in at a draw of 0.765 million.
Yep.
Well, would you look at that? It continues to stay in the range so far. Right back up it goes. VWAP. So who here has studied the principles? What should we expect the market to be doing in these conditions?
Continue doing what it's doing. It's flat VWAP. Fade the extremes.
No acceptance outside of value. Every time it tries to leave value at the extremes, it gets rejected. So what are the setups we should be looking for? Fading the extremes of value. Fade, 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 fade. Up here. This composite. Fade. Fade. So many fades.
Oh, come on, hit it. You little bugger.
What do you mean? Went right up to the upper band again.
It went to 459.48. And my take profit is at 459.5.
Well, I would probably put it in front of the level, not behind it.
Well, yeah, I know. Here we go. Running at it again. Here we go. Here we go. NQ wants.
There's Chuck. Control. Chuck's alive again.
There we go. What do you mean I'm alive again? I mean, that was pretty. They were chopping in the middle. I mean, that wasn't a good spot. So get in at the weekly lower band. Add. I mean, it almost came down to the 2-day lower band as well. So yesterday's lower band.
You were quiet for some time. We didn't, and I didn't know you were in a trade.
Yeah. Sorry. And the runner came one tick from the stretch target too. Come on. It's going back up. There we go.
1.097 million. Private withdrawal of 0.906 million. Distant inventory forecast for
All right, NQ back to RTH VWAP and right through it.
1 million. Include Cushing inventories prior was
Nice, Donnie. Great trade. Well done, sir.
Yep. Little excess price. And rotate this thing back down.
I don't know. What do you think?
Looks like it. But not on CBD. They're still buying. Till I think he's back at the RTH.
That was a break and back test of the upper band so far.
Pop.
We've been here before, though.
Yeah.
We're going to want to really see some time and acceptance above. Well, NQ is a completely different story. But for ES, we're going to see some acceptance above 66. NQ is still fairly bearish. It's down, descending VWAP. It's not trading in balance like ES is.
Just a reminder, he was due to be speaking at 12 p.m. Eastern time, but of course now that's cancelled.
Can ES make it back to point of control, or is this the hesitation for more up? Looks like it just got some legs. Nope. There it goes.
Zoof.
$465 level we were looking at yesterday.
We actually escaped this time.
Well, your PDC, I mean, NQ is right there by VWAP. It's at value area high, and it's PDC off the weekly lower band.
That was quite the rally out of that.
Yeah, I was just going to say we have a clear
failed
momentum.
breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute ago now, lead with the EI crude oil.
But it's a fade setup. It's a short setup on NQ. Now it's back testing RTH, VWAP. So yes, back testing this composite low volume node right at the upper band. Will the buyers step in?
10 seconds.
They're overcoming the sellers there a little bit on CBD. Back testing value area high. We got an IB.
Of 6.088 million.
We have an IB.
0.088 million. Compared to the expected draw of 6 million, so bigger than expected draw there.
Take me higher, sir.
0.064 million build, 2.064
NQ's tapping VWAP right now. After it backtested RTH, it's through.
Take me to Funky Town.
Oh, gotta break through this low volume node. There it goes. One more push. Got one. See if the runner can push through.
$67.25. Come on, push it through.
That is the pivot point there at 67.50. There we go.
Beauty. So we had the break and back test again.
We have posted out the weekly EIA inventories report on the feed.
Nice, Jesse. Jesse just passed his 25K with top one.
Boom, 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 boom. Nice, Ewok. That works.
Ewok.
I am relatively interested in this this Madonna. We can make it. Now, what would define a failed breakdown? So if you looked over at NQ, right, you see what NQ's been up to.
So any break of a key level and a reclaim. So we have, the previous lows down here at 579. Every time we traded below it, right? It got rejected. And then we got a huge move out of it. That would be a failed breakdown.
NQ's at yesterday's RTH.
Now it matters more to the long side than the short side because major banks, pension funds, institutions tend to be more long buyers than short traders, right? The short interest is a very small percentage for long-term holders versus the long bias. And these institutions use the failed breakdown and the liquidity to fill their very large positions. So that's why it's significant.
NQ is backtesting VWAP, value area high, and RTV backtest of the weekly lower band right there.
And that was bought up.
732.
Look at that. That's a very acceptance, price discovery type price behavior. So we'll see what happens when we get up to IB high, but we want to see that continue to get bought up every time it sells off a little bit. What we don't want to see is a big fat rejection. We want to see this holding up.
So VWAP asks, what is the Madonna? The Madonna is a fade value area extreme setup off of the untouched virgin initial balance, high or low. So in this case, if it comes up to IB high, the first time IB gets touched after it's been formed at 1030 would be a fade value area extreme short setup if the order flow supports it.
So I'm typically not trailing a stop loss TI. I'm more of a proactive profit taker than using a trailing stop. Generally not something I use at all. Because the way futures are, it oscillates so much, it typically is just going to tag your trailing stop and continue to go. So I don't like trailing stops. I like it better in swing trading than I do in day trading, particularly scalping. So trailing stops are much, much better for longer term trades than for very short duration day trades and scalping. With that said, where was my TP? Generally 50% of a rotation, previous highs. We'll look for the market rhythm and rotations and also other key levels to determine our profit target. It's PT. TP. TP is toilet paper. It's a profit target. A target profit.
I think it's a take profit.
Take profit trader?
Yeah. That's a good one. Every time I hear TP, that shirt over the head.
It's profit target. Yes, 100% is a good profit target. It's not guaranteed to work. Nothing's guaranteed, but I think I would, if you were long here, so one of the major, we have the profile here, right? You see the upper edge, that's going to be our first profit target because this is the value area high of the distribution, just right where it went to. I take some off up here and then I try to hold a remainder for IB high or further. But my first profit target would be the value area high of the distribution on the profile.
Duck is on the tape.
That's for sure, Billy. Speaking of taxes, I hate paying taxes.
Fell last week to the lowest since January 2025.
George, we have, if you go under the PDFs channel down at the bottom of the Discord, you will find there is a PDF printout that shows IB times for many of the popular traded futures assets. Welcome.
So far, it's holding up. Going to continue to hold. This is acceptance. This is much better acceptance than what we saw over here.
Yep.
I think we're good anywhere to 460. As long as we hold above 449, 459. We're going to want to hold and accept above 459 for more upside.
Yeah, we're still in range. I mean, we're still inside the initial balance.
Yep. But we've broken out of this value area down here. And now we're in this value area. We're going to want to hold the bottom of it, right? Right here. This is a key level. So for continuation to the other side of value up here, the IB high, we're going to want to hold up here for a continuation trade to the IB high. This wouldn't be really PDC continuation. We don't really have price discovery yet. This would just be holding this level and hopefully continuation higher, but this is not price discovery. No price discovery yet. We are still very much in a range here. Flat VWAP. Is there some buying? Yes. All right, so we're going to want to see this hold right here.
And Q is really limited by that composite low volume node, and it also is yesterday's RTH VWAP. It's right there at the 7s, 29,777. Pop. that a back test to the upper band?
decided that as long as I'm in this
Thanks, Ray. Appreciate the birthday wishes.
That was more. Gene, I don't know. I mean, I'll when I'm going through market recaps, it's more of a price discovery breakout and back test.
Yep.
So to me, I'll still refer to it as a PDC back test, but it's early and it's much riskier to take those initial push back test and go. I took the same trade, back test to the upper band in that composite low volume node there at 59.25. It's like we're trying to hold.
And also, you know, look at the profile. Let me get rid of this. So this is the profile from yesterday. I'll put together a little bit of a composite here. All right, so we have a low volume area right here. So we want to see us hold above it, and now it's a fade value area extreme, long, or a return to value into this distribution. Does everybody see that? All right, so this is the composite. This is all the price action going back to yesterday morning. So we have a big distribution here. We have a low volume area and another distribution here. Once we trade above it, this is a return to value into this distribution, and we can go to the other side of value, the top side here, and then this would be real price discovery back up. But currently, we're still in value areas and distributions on this profile here, this composite for the last 2 days. Yeah, we're still very much in balance. Doesn't mean there isn't some setups to take, scalps particularly. So we said we wanted to see this 59 level hold. So far, it's held. If it breaks, trade idea invalidated. And not just pokes through it, but, you know, accepts back down here. Here goes. Scaling out a little bit here into the highs. Let's see if we can get up to IB high. I'll hold a little piece for that. Beauty. Anybody take that trade? Called that one pretty well. We had acceptance, back test, go, continuation. Beauty. So this is the trade. Breakout, hold, acceptance, back test, go.
Madonna is incoming.
I'm still long. So I'm probably not going to take a Madonna because I'm still long. I will cover a big part of my position here. I'll probably cover it up here at Madonna. There it goes.
And Q coming up to the upper band.
And Q might come back up to the highs here. What a reversal on NQ.
I am taking the Madonna, and Q came up to that composite low volume node and the upper band.
Look at that.
So just a heads up, I'll speak of Johnson speaking to reporters.
Yeah, Billy, it absolutely can. But you have to realize it's a reversal setup. So it's always going to come at the other end of, you know, if it's a Madonna at the IB low, it's going to come at the other side of selling. If it's a IB high Madonna fade, it's going to come at the other side of buying. So it's always going to be a reversal. You're always going to have to sell when there's buyers. You're always going to have to buy when there's sellers. That's the nature of the trade.
There's the Madonna on NQ.
No, we just went over that, Mr. Black. We went over all of that. What it would be. I broke it down in pretty detailed. It wouldn't be a PDC though. We could have a bit of a price discovery breakout, but the real price discovery breakout is happening up here. This was almost a return to value into a higher time frame distribution above this composite. Price discovery breakout. Continuation trade.
As Speaker Johnson says on voter ID bill, the House Republicans will pull together a reconciliation bill that will happen. And Johnson says he told Trump Save America Act will be the reconciliation bill.
Here's monthly VWAP on the non-back adjusted. Guess we're going to keep track of both of them now.
Right.
Ooh, right off it. 78 is going to be a buy spot.
And Q right on IB high.
Here's 78.
WTI crude futures falling below $70 a barrel as supply concerns ease with more oil tankers exiting the Strait of Hormuz.
2 points here. Nothing, not too exciting. Nice. Here goes. 4 points. 5. That was a LEC. Late entry continuation advanced playbook module 5. 78, pull back to 78 on the profile, low volume. Hit the structure, hit the bottom of the structure. Beautiful trade.
Also, Johnson says that I expect Trump to sign housing deal within 10 days.
Not too shabby. I like it when I get some good trades on my birthday.
There you go.
Market has rewarded me.
All right, NQ failing back down below IB high. Sellers are selling into that.
I'll be right back.
Okay. They're trying at least. Is NQ going to pop from here? They bought it back. Nice, Eric. Way to go, buddy. All right, there is a composite low volume node up there. NQ is not as strong as ES.
For my birthday dinner, my wife made lasagna and she handmade the noodles.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty incredible.
Now, is she Italian?
She is. Yep.
Yeah.
She is. Grew up in an Italian family, Italian grandmother, the whole shebang. Hey, Elliot. I want to see Napoli. Is that it? Naples.
NQ dropped below the upper band.
It was very nice.
Right here at this composite low volume node on ES at 78. Is it going to fail this time? Or will it hold again?
That was a pretty stiff rejection, but until it trades below this LVN, I'm not convinced that we're going to assume it's going to hold. Because we're in price discovery now, right? So we want to see all those dips get bought up. It is, Mark. It is until it isn't. I think the first one was the best one. Second one's going to be a little less probable, but valid. And Bitcoin really took a gainer there. Back down to 60,000. That's fine. I'm only filled on a quarter of my position anyway. I'd like to see it go down to 50 or even 40. Then I'm really buying. There it goes. And that is our late entry continuation long. Value migration. We form a new high volume node and you look to buy the bottom.
Got weekly VWAP. Yesterday's IB high. This IB 50. There's IB 50. % extension.
Why don't we do a trader check-in, guys? How you trading today? We got a lot of really good setups on stream, so hopefully you're trading well. If not, what's going on? Following the process, following the plan? Or not? Here's the weekly VWAP, which also lines up with yesterday's RTH high. The IB high as well on ES. So this could be a good little spot to try and catch a little scalp short, I think. Momentum's pretty strong here. So I'm going to treat it for a scalp. Broke right through it. Don't like that. Yeah, no bueno. No bueno.
Just keep an eye on the water indices. Just seeing a continued rise here. No other news to back up the move. Do have the, of course, continued reversal then from the Monday.
Abort, abort. Ooh, stiff sellers came in there at 93 3/4. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it anymore. Thanks, Andrew. Great to hear. Awesome, Roxy. That's great to hear. TA is with his third day with the system, watching videos, reading the book, third day in the live room, taking paper trades alongside with you guys, and it's been a game changer. Love to hear it, TA.
Fantastic.
That's what we love to hear. That was another LEC long. A lot of selling. Liquidity came in there at 95. Wonder if we get a little bit of pullback here, but let's see if we hold above weekly VWAP.
CBD's barcoding.
Well, Chuck, what do we got going on today at
12:30?
I thought you said 1:30.
Yeah, but we've got, before that, we've got success with BWS session at 12:30 today. And then immediately following, when Mustafa gets back into the home office saddle, we are going to present and review the presentation of the May VWAP Wave System backtesting results. These are Core 4 setups, and Mustafa goes through very meticulously and does an excellent job at backtesting the setups through the entire month of May on the NQ. So definitely it's a fan favorite. Would love to have you join us and see how the VWAP Wave System performed during the month of May.
That's at 12:30, then 1:30. And then what?
So we'll be in the classroom for 2 hours straight.
Love it. Who's excited for that?
Me. Looking forward to that. That's always a good one.
And then at 7 o'clock, guess who's trading Asia? We've been having some really good Asia sessions, and I caught some really nice trades last night on Asia. For anybody who's on with us, really nice trades. A little slower pace, a little easier to manage. So come join us for that.
And every day at 4:30, we are going to break down all the VWAP Wave System setups that presented themselves. So we'll have the live daily market recap at 4:30.
Wow. Guys,
hours and hours and hours.
That is like 4+ hours of stuff to do today. If you had nothing to do today, you are in the right place because we are going to keep you busy. Guys, if you hear me breathing into my microphone, let me know, because I've been a little too close to the microphone. I don't know if it comes over on the Discord, but it definitely comes out on the recording. So just throw it in the chat. Chris, you're too close to the microphone. Stop breathing so heavy.
Have you been able to journal that and relate the heaviness of your breathing compared to winning or losing trades?
No, I think I just naturally breathe heavy, I guess. I don't know. You know, I'm not a small guy. I'm like 210 pounds, so. And I'm 5'10", so I got a little weight to me.
NQ's back at IB high, above the upper band. And it's right on yesterday's, right around yesterday's VWAP. There's the upper band. Composite low volume node on NQ is right there at 816. Poof.
How far does this thing pull back now?
Well, we got ourselves the weekly VWAP. This will be the first touch of weekly VWAP since we were in mega price discovery on Monday night into Tuesday morning. So
It could be a buy area here. But we've kind of filled in all the LVNs a little bit. So now, I mean, we can go all the way back to 480. It's still kind of a weekly VWAP bounce. I know it went above it, but it went above the line.
It's a higher time frame level. It's going to be a little messy. Can be a little messy. Oh, they're hitting it.
That was also yesterday's IB high right here at 490. So 6 point.
Now you're
above it.
And Q is back to IB high on a composite low volume node and the RTH upper band. ES is right in a high volume node, in the middle of that chop above. So that 78 would be more of a target. There we go. Look at that. Sellers are on the tape. That's for sure. That's yesterday's RTH VWAP on NQ.
Awesome, Pixie. Great to hear it. We're glad to help. We try to keep it as educational as possible. We try to keep it focused on the system, the book, the course, everything that you guys learn in the community section. And we try to keep live trading to literally executing it in real time. 4 core setups, 4 advanced setups. It did bounce again at that 480 level.
Yeah.
NQ's not as clean. It's just not. ES is a little better today, I would say. And stronger. NASDAQ is relatively weak today comparative to the S&P. Got some buyers stepping in here. All right, why don't we do one last trader check-in, guys? How did we trade today? I traded my funded account, 700, and a funded account with Lucid. I have a Lucid funded account. I have a Tradeify funded account. I have an Apex funded account. And I have a Top 1 funded account. 4 firms, and I have 1 funded account with each of them. Today I just did the rounds.
See, was that just a 480 anemic bounce?
Thanks, Billy.
NQ appears to be, I mean, it's approaching VWAP at this point.
Yeah, big pullback. I wouldn't say there's a continuation setup anymore. Maybe on ES. That's a big fat old rejection on NQ. What do you guys think? Top is in on the indexes. Bear market next on deck. Yay or nay? Back to balance is my suspect as well.
Yeah. Right, there's VWAP on NQ.
But what comes after the balance? This or this? I guess we'll find out. We'll be here for it, whatever happens. And I'll be buying all the way down to Hades in my bigger account. That's where the real money is made over the long term.
That was the touch right off of the RTH upper band as NQ hit VWAP.
Well, if I appreciate you trying to share your GEX stuff with us, but I don't want to confuse everybody. A lot of people don't know what that is, and it doesn't really relate to the system. So I appreciate it. It's a nice gesture, but we're going to refrain from that. I don't want people getting confused or... Yeah, no, it's very nice, and I get it. And I look at GEX too for a lot of different things, but I try to keep it a little simpler in here. I know you're probably using it, but it opens a whole can of worms, as you can imagine.
Good lows.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. It's my birthday. I'm going out to lunch.
Cool.
And I'm going to do a review with my inner circle first. So inner circle, I'll see you in the classroom. We'll do a little trade review. Then I'm going to have lunch. And then I will be back tonight for Asia trading with my favorite people. I already had two protein shakes already this morning, Danny. Proteined out. I'm going to Italian for lunch, as if I haven't had enough Italian yet. But thanks for all the well wishes, guys. I truly appreciate it. If you're going to keep trading, manage your risk, stay sharp, head on over to the trading lounges. Great place to be. Monitor the market, collaborate with each other, share your screen, share your mics, get to know each other, get to know one another. And we'll see you guys tonight if you can make it to Asia Trading. Now, again, real quick, we have a full day of activities here at the Drysdale Trading Group. 12:30, success with VWAP Wave. 12:30 p.m. in the classroom with Chuck. Then we have the VWAP Wave System back testing results from May with Chuck and Mustafa. That's going to be at 1:30 in the classroom. Then we have the market recap at 4:30 in the classroom, going through all the setups as they materialize. And lastly, we have Asia with me, 7 o'clock. Be there. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thanks for joining me. Chuck, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Chris. And once again, I think I can speak for the whole community. Happy birthday. We appreciate you very much. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks so much, guys. Yep. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day with Chuck.